Well, good afternoon. And it's wonderful to see all of you here. It's good to have all of you that are on Zoom. I can't see you and I apologize for that, but it's lovely to have you. I will tell you, if they didn't tell me I had to do a speech every year about tech and where we are, I would just let you all sit here for an hour and talk. It's probably the most wonderful sound I have heard in a long time. We are starting to get back together, talking with each other and being social. And I hope that it's just the beginning. That we'll do more of it as the days go on and get back to the fact that we are all part of a family. So it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you for all talking to each other beforehand, because it made my day. So it's good afternoon. Glad you're here. And as you know, this is the time of the year that I'm asked to give the tech speech each year. And as you know, that's not my favorite thing. I'm not good at speeches. I'm pretty good at talking, but not real good at speeches, okay? But we're going to have a little of both of that today. I have some statistics and some great things to tell you about what's happening at tech, and a little bit of just talking. So thank you for coming, and let's see what we can find out today. After I'm finished, there will be allowed to be questions. So if you're in the audience, one of Jen's staff members will come around and give you a microphone so that the people on Zoom also can hear your questions. They can't see you, but they'll be able to hear your questions. If you are on Zoom, if you would just type in your question, then Jen will relay that to me at the end. So with that being said, let's talk about tech now. WVU Tech, when I think about it, several words come to mind to me. I could think of lots of things about tech, but I think about caring, tough, resilient, first-class education, and fun. Today, I'd like to focus on three of those words: tough, resilient, and caring. Tough, we can look at in a couple of ways. We all know that we kind of have the reputation of having some of the toughest classes, probably of all the colleges. That can be good and that can be bad. But I think on the tech campus, it's mostly good because, one, we have expert faculty members that know their subject matter. But not only do they know their subject matter, they realize how important it is for them to be able to get that subject matter across to their students. That's what really counts, and that's what teaching is all about. But I also think has maneuvered the many years and during some really tough times. Many of you may not realize, but 7 years ago this week, tech faced a very, very serious situation. We had a train derailment at tech. We had had a brutal snowstorm, which had dropped over a foot of snow all over campus. Everything was snowed in. There was a train derailment. And then before the night was over, a huge water line break in the middle of campus. And it was below zero in the temperatures. So the snow came, the train derailed, the water line broke. And what do? Well, let me tell you what tech did. We put on our heavy coats, our scarves, and our gloves. The facilities and the campus workers went out and helped dig all of the faculty, the students, and anyone that could go and leave and go home. We called in buses. We had our students to pack up their things. We got on buses. We came over the mountain to Beckley, to a place that was known at that time, Mountain State University. We went in a dorm. We gave all the students, they had to have bedding and all of that. We came to 2 buildings. And what we did for the next 3 days is we studied. We continued to study. We ate a lot. We had some fun. We went bowling. We brought the comedian in that was supposed to come to Montgomery. I'll never forget, I didn't understand some of the jokes and asked a couple of the students, I said, what does that mean? And they would tell me. And then one time I asked what it meant and they said, don't ask. But the students loved it. We came and we were there 3 days and we returned back. It was a tough time. Logistically and every other way, it was a tough time. But I will never forget, even though it's been 7 years, how wonderful the students, the faculty, the staff, everybody pitched in. Everybody got us through those tough times. That's what tech is. As we went along, we were always tough, caring, and resilient during difficult times. The beginning continued. We not only tackled the train derailment, then there was the water crisis. Then we moved to campus. And now we're in the middle of a pandemic. Not to mention the fact that they cut our budget every year we did this. Most institutions, the small institutions like us, they'd had a hard time making any progress. And some of them survived. Most importantly, tech not only survived, but tech grew, and tech now is thriving. We have had an increase in enrollment in 4 out of the last 6 years. This semester, our full-time students, we have an increase in that enrollment compared to this time last year. That's a remarkable statement. Over the last few years, our budget has been cut every year. And every year I have to look at my administrators and my deans and my chairs and say, you need to cut your budget. Well, I'm going to tell you that this year's different. With a smile on my face, I'm going to tell everyone that they don't have to cut their budgets this year for the first time since I've been here. Able to maintain what we have. It won't be, we don't have a lot of money, but we are in the black in our budget. Any model that is looking at being that then we work within our budget. And if we work within our budget like we have the last 2 years, and in the black in our operating budget, we actually get to keep that money. And then we can start doing some things that we've been able to do. Are we there yet? Not quite. But we're working very, very technology. I want to thank each of you because we're going to have to continue to watch our budget, watch how we spend. Nobody's saying we have lots of money, but each of you have made that happen. You found ways to make it happen and do it in a right way. So I thank each of you as we go through that. Okay, let's talk about some of the new people on the campus. First, we're going to be welcoming in July a new Dean of Engineering. She comes from Tuskegee University. She has her undergraduate degree from Tuskegee, and she has her master's and her PhD from MIT, and that is Dr. Tamara Smith, which some of you already met. I know you're going to welcome her and hope that we make her feel comfortable as becoming a part of tech. One of our graduates and faculty members Hillary Parcell is the new chair of nursing, and we are thrilled to have her aboard. We have a new great interim dean at PHSS from Morgantown, Dr. Scott Fleming, and we have a new launch lab director, Diana Woods, who started Monday. So we have lots of things going on. We have had some great people to also decide to retire. All of those that have retired before the end of this school term, we want to wish them great happiness, some rest, and some fun. But I'd like to mention one person who left us this semester, Barb Boyd. She's retired after many years of being at Tech. Barb is all the things we've talked about: tough, sometimes a little rough around the edges, resilient, and very caring. She's worked with students, faculty, and staff over the years, and her first thoughts was always, how can I help these students? We miss Barb and all of our retirees, who each and every one have made Tech a better place to be because they came with us. Taylor Richmond from the main campus, but he's also a Raleigh County boy, is doing an excellent job while we look for Barb's replacement. We wish all of our retirees the very, very best, and we hope they will come back and visit. Now, we have an honor at WVU Tech we've never had before. Dr. Paul Rakes is one of the 5 finalists for the statewide competition for Professor of the Year. We have never had a finalist at Tech, so we're very proud of his accomplishments and putting a positive spotlight on Tech. And again, a gentleman who has the characteristics of tough, resilient, and caring. We again have had a banner year for fundraising. We received $1.4 million, a share of it, from the estate gift made by Mary Lou Hudman. And that will enhance our chemistry department and the medical school on the main campus. Our faculty have received several grants, one being the largest from the National Foundation grant for $650,000 for a program called Success, working with the public education to increase our incoming students' knowledge of science and math. We received a new endowment business scholarship for $125,000, which goes to the students of Mercer, Raleigh, and Wyoming counties. Sean and Angela Ball continue to support our nursing school, our engineering school with scholarships, and the President's Fund, donating in a total this year of over $50,000. Toyota USA Foundation provided Tech with a $189,000 grant to support after-school computer science programs as part of their 25th year of operations in West Virginia. And Ed Robinson is always supporting of our campus and is in the process of raising money for a president's house on this campus. Our faculty and staff are working with several groups for expanded internships in all areas of the colleges. And career services is always expanding our reach for job opportunities for our students. Now, I'd like to take a second to talk about our wonderful classified staff. They are our front door to our campus. They are usually the first person a prospective student, a new student, or a parent has interactions with. And so we are so blessed to have these great workers to give them a great first impression. This is also a group that keeps our buildings and our grounds looking so nice. I get so many compliments about how great our campus looks, and this is because of our facility and ground crews. Thank you to all of you for what you do. You are an integral part of this campus, and we couldn't do without you. Now, I'd like to recognize a group of students that sometimes we forget, and that is our student workers. You know, at Tech, we have a large number of young people that work here on the Tech campus, and also a lot of students that work outside. You know, they need to be recognized because they put in hard work just by working. They have a job, they go to class, some of them are athletes, and some they're working and completing degrees. As a student, past student that had to work her way through college for 3 jobs, it's not always easy. So I want them to know how much better they make our campus because of them being a part of us, and will be rewarded in the future for their hard work. And so here is another group of tough, resilient, and caring Golden Bears. Our student body has also done something quite remarkable in the last 3 years. As you know, with the pandemic going on, we haven't been able to have interactions with people. But our student body has still given back to the community in the last 2.5 years, 2,900 hours of community service, even with the pandemic. And a number that is even more remarkable. Our young nursing students have stepped up to the plate and had given back in that length of time 5,000 hours of community service over this last 2.5 years. So if you want to know what that means that we have returned to the community approximately $150,000 in community economic development just through our service for our students and for our nursing students and our students on campus. That's quite an accomplishment during a pandemic. Tough, resilient, and caring is a part of our DNA, but make no mistakes, we want to take care of each other. We want anyone who is hurting, depressed, or just needs to talk, knows that we are here for them. This has been a rough couple of years, and it's apparent that everyone has had to find a way to make it through this situation. Everyone has been affected by the masks, the mandates, the changes, the separation, and the loneliness. Please, if you know someone who needs help, or if you need help, let us know. We want everyone to be well, happy, and know that there is always someone that cares and someone that is willing to listen. We must always remember that being kind and understanding should not be celebrated, it should be a norm. As all this social media has changed our world, as a higher education institution, we've had to incorporate all of these platforms just to compete. We have also learned that during the pandemic, that personal interaction, seeing people's faces, a smile, a shared laugh, or even a roll of the eye is important to our overall health and happiness. As we work our way back to whatever our new normal is, I ask all of you to remember that we must return to a world where we can talk to each other with respect for differing opinions. Kindness and respect is a sign of a person who has great self-awareness. Let's all become more aware of our interactions and continue to make tech and the world a better place for everyone. It'd be wrong for me not to also talk about this great group of student athletes we have. This season so far, we have 10 athletes landing on all conference teams, with more to come for our teams that are in the heat of competition now. Our men and women's basketball teams are on a roll, with our men's team having a winning streak of 14 games at one time. They now have a record of 22-4. Bob Huggins would kill for that record. And the women have now won 6 out of their last 7 games with a record of 14-15. And our women's swimming coach, Will Hughes, was just named Women's Swimming Coach of the Year from the Appalachian Athletic Conference. So congratulations to him. WVU was also recognized this year by the Blue Ridge Outdoor Magazine in a contest for the best adventure college in the region. And Tech and the main campus tied for first place. So that's quite remarkable. Speaking of the main campus, we must never forget the support and the outright help we received from Morgantown. President Gee and his team are always finding ways to help us be better and to help us when we get in a bind. So we appreciate them very much. Now, this homecoming week, a weird time for having homecoming, but we never did do things normal here. So let's just say I think it's fun. We've had a great week so far. Emily and her crew have done a great job, but we do have some new awards and new activities. So our newest award, I'm going to list some of the awards and who won them, and then we'll see if there's anyone in the room. Our newest award is the Golden Bear Empowerment Faculty Award. This is a brand new award, and this award is made from nominations from students that are here now and our alumni. And Tom McGraw is our winner this year. So Tom, are you in the room? I thought I saw him come in. I didn't. Okay. All right. The Nelson Distinguished Young Alumni Award this year is being presented to Carolyn McKelvey and Raul Vizencia. And we are very pleased to have them coming to the awards tomorrow night. Our Alumni of the Year Award from our engineering school is Steve Claywell, and from BHSS, Kendra Prime. And our Athletic Hall of Fame recipients are Scott Crowley, Joe Canina, and Tim Mayer. We will celebrate all of these people tomorrow night at the awards banquet and hope to have a great time, but we appreciate all of them and what they have done for this institution. Now, we also want to thank some sponsors for homecoming. Raleigh General and the West Virginia National Guard are the reason that every one of you and anyone in Raleigh County that wants to come to the basketball games on Saturday can come free. They have bought the whole arena out. So you and your family, there are going to be activities, I believe, for the children. So if you want to come to the basketball game, come. Nobody has to have a ticket. You just walk in. We'll be glad to have you. We also have sponsors from the WVNS CBS 59, Paul Maddox, which is a graduate of Tech and a very big supporter, and our new wonderful and growing Tech Golden Alumni Association. So we hope all of you will come out. We have a parade. We have our men and women's basketball game, and we have a soccer game with the alumni team in the evening. So lots of fun things to do. So I'd like to ask Emily Sands, our Dean of Students, to come up and give us the results of some of our competition for the week.
So I'm Emily Sands. I'm the Dean of Students here at Tech. Our students have had a week long of fun activities with Campus Cup. The last event is going to be tomorrow night, so the Campus Cup winner will be announced at the homecoming games on Saturday. If I can have my Golden Bear royalty candidates come up here, please. Students were nominated by their student organizations to run for our Golden Bear royalty this year. So I'm going to introduce you to our candidates at this point. The Golden Bear royalty was selected through a series of, they participated in Campus Cup. They had to have an interview as well as, wow, that was an awesome accent, as well as a popular vote with the student body. So first, our first candidate is Petra Vasily, if you can wave when I say your name. She is from Charleston, West Virginia, and she is a senior nursing major. Amber Fleshman is from Ansted, West Virginia. She is a junior forensic investigation major. Emily Lemaster is from Hedgesville, right? Okay. West Virginia, and she's a senior in mechanical engineering. Ashley Sexton is from Crab Orchard, West Virginia, and she is a senior athletic coaching education major. We also have Faith Laxton. She is from Peterstown, West Virginia, and is a freshman forensic investigation major. And finally, we have Mauro Mamenta from Scarborough, West Virginia, who's a junior biology major, and he rushed here from his ROTC lab so he could be here in time. So votes were tallied, scores were added up, and maths were done. So I would like to announce our royalty. We have Petra Vasili. And our second royalty is Ashley Sexton. Both individuals will be crowned during the homecoming basketball games on Saturday. So please come out for that event.
All right, well, thank you. And again, thank you to Emily and all her staff and Jen and her staff and everyone, Kenny and that group that gets everything ready for homecoming. They've worked very hard and excited for all the activities that we've had already and look forward to the ones for the rest of the week. So I'd like to give a real quick shout out to, because sometimes I don't give them enough credit, and that's my administrative team. They work extremely hard. They work long hours. They are passionate about what they do. They're passionate about students. They want things to run well. Some of them get so nervous about something not going just exactly like it should. And I appreciate all of them very much. So on a personal note, I want to make sure they know how much I appreciate what they do and how they do it for the campus. Because sometimes they get a little left out because they aren't the center of attention, but they don't want to be. They just work hard. So I thank them. So as you can see, even with the pandemic, tech continues to grow and thrive. Now let's take a look at what's coming. First, I think there will be continued work with the main campus to bring more opportunities to our students, our staff, and our faculty. I see more coordination on service, more choices in classes and across section of classes for Morgantown to hear being open to more students. And I see more cooperation in research and opportunities. Second, I see both of our colleges growing students. I think those numbers will grow, but I also see more opportunities for students. In the last few weeks, we have met with a large number of people that are talking about opportunities for students. We've met with the Army Corps of Engineers. We've met with the Army National Guard, excuse me. We've met with people that are working with the Air Force. We've been working with people that are doing things here in the county, working with things. So I think we're going to see a lot more opportunities opening up. Now, the third thing I'd like to announce, this is formal now today. This is the first real announcement we've made publicly. I don't want the athletic director to have a heart attack. It'll be okay. We're going to make this work. I'm proud to announce today that we're going to be part of a community-focused project. That project includes Raleigh County Commission, the City of Beckley, its mayor, the City Council, its treasurer, the YMCA board, the Hive, and other entities in Beckley. We will be proposing building a travel fields on the property out at the Klein soccer fields. This will include a baseball field, several all-purpose fields, an area for track and field activities, walking track, a building that will include offices, locker rooms, and places for facility needs. And last, but of course not least, the conversion of one of the soccer fields so it can be used as a football field. And that football field will be used to bring football back to Tech. This is a project that is a win-win for everyone, the community, the county, and WVU Tech. We will use that facility to bring in, we have teams, traveling teams in the summer that go all over the country. They pass Beckley getting there. We don't want them to pass Beckley anymore. We want them to come here. We want the families and the parents and the children to have a place of their own, to be a part of this community. but it also will give Tech an opportunity to bring back football. We'll be applying for grants, working with our state officials, and fundraising for this project. None of the money for this field will come out of the Tech budget. We hope this project to be built and paid for with the next 3 years. Now, with that kind of cooperation, I believe that over the next years, Raleigh County, Beckley, Southern West Virginia, and WVU Tech will not only continue to grow and thrive, but they can become an example of what a small college that pushes a community to work together can be. They can be an example for the world. We can showcase this place all over. WVU Tech is a very special place. We all know that. But I think in the next few years, the world will know what a wonderful college it is. Not only a place to get a top-grade education, which we know, but a place to make lifelong friends, to make connections, and the ability to leave Tech with a degree and the desire to make your community, your family, and surroundings a better place to live and work. Tough, resilient, and caring is WVU Tech. With wonderful faculty, magnificent students, a great and growing alumni base, and increased community involvement, there is no limit to what WVU Tech's future can be. Yes, we have to be strategic, thoughtful, involved, and inclusive. But mostly, we must continue to be tough, resilient, and caring. It absolutely is a pleasure and an honor to be part of this institution. And thank you for letting me be part of this adventure. Let's go, Golden Bears. Okay, do we have any questions? We're going to play, share the mic. Any questions out there? Hold your hand up if you have, oh, now it's working. Question, or Jen, do you have any questions on Zoom? Okay. I do want to say a couple of things because we didn't have a campus meeting. We won't have one until probably now March. I did want to say that all of you know that the mask mandates for in the buildings, other than the classrooms, the mandate is still, you must wear your masks in their classrooms, but in the buildings, it is a choice. And I want to make sure that we all are very, very respectful of the choices, whatever that may be. I also know that it will be looked at to see if that choice continues or happens someplace else on the campus as the numbers go. But I also want to make sure that we have a wonderful group of students that are just magnificent in how they have handled this. So if you are a faculty member and you feel uncomfortable, I think probably you can still ask your students to wear their masks, and they don't have to. I'm going to tell you if we're outside the classroom. But even if we go and do this inside the classrooms when the time comes, I think they will be respectful enough to be respectful of you, of how we do this. So I want to thank you because we are one of the few colleges. I will tell you, I have meetings and listen to people and they tell me about, how their students have reacted or they've done this or that. Now, none of us are perfect and none of them are perfect. They're students. And so, but they've been wonderfully respectful and you guys have too. And we have done a job that I think needs to be praised all over the place of what a wonderful job this campus has done during these tough times. Hopefully we're near the end. And what I would like to see at the end of the year is for us to put some big tents up outside, have a pretty day, and we all get together and have a big picnic. It's time that we get to see each other again, talk with each other, and have some fun and some fellowship. So I will do everything within my power to see that that happens as long as we don't have any more glitches. in COVID. But I would love for us to do that because I think it's time we all get back together. Today's a good example. Even the few of us that are in here, it's wonderful to see you and for us to be able to talk. So I will have a campus meeting when I know Jen's got a question. She's back there going this way. We will have a campus meeting when the legislature is a little closer to the end, and I can explain to you what the pay raise means. Okay, but the bill has just passed the House and is not gone through the Senate yet. So until they get through playing with it, there's no need to explaining something and it being wrong. So, Jen? Well, you know, for us, it's been since just before Christmas, we had a meeting to discuss it, to see if everybody was on board and all the entities were. I do know that I have been told that this has been discussed a great deal over the years of maybe doing something like that, but there never seems to have been a plan. This seems to be the first real plan to go forward and do it. Yeah, they asked me when was the plan made to do the fields, and you heard my answer. But again, we've been thinking about it. It is a need that all of us have. The community has this need, the town has this need, and Tech has this need. So, you know, that's why I said, if we can get this done, it's a win-win, and it's not if, it's when we get this done. And it is a win-win proposition for all of us. Any other questions, Jen? Yes, ma'am. Okay, you go ahead and say that because you can make the announcement.
Dr. Kimberlyn Gray had mentioned that they will have face painting and robots and a little activity corner for the kids at the convention center Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m.
Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. That's when we're going to be having our basketball games, and it is senior night or day for both of our basketball teams. So we'll be honoring our seniors. And any other questions? Thank you for coming. Have a great day and sit and talk to each other as long as you want. I don't know if you have class, so we may be in trouble.